From the Man How Time Flies department, hard to believe it's been 50 years since a guy named Artimus Pyle joined a band we know and love here in Jacksonville, Lynyrd Skynyrd as the band's drummer. It was 1974 when he replaced the band's original drummer, Bob Burns. And for the next 3 years, he toured, performed, and recorded with the group. Then in October 1977, a horrible plane crash changed music history when an aircraft went down in Gillsburg, Mississippi, taking the lives of Lynyrd Skynyrd frontman Ronnie Van Zant and fellow band members Steve and Cassie Gaines. Artimus Pyle was among the survivors. And this rock and roll Hall of Fame musician joins me live via Zoom from Asheville, North Carolina this morning. How are you? Hard to believe it's been half a century, huh?
It is. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Artimus. Now, you're not going to remember, but I do. We actually met a couple of times when I first came to town. You would just walk in and jam at Monkey's Uncle, get up on stage and play the drums back in the day at Jack's Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and people get excited, too, because they go, man, there's the guy from Lynyrd Skynyrd. You just get up there and play. That was exciting. So over the years, you've been playing to honor Ronnie Van Zant by continuing to perform his music, but you just released a collaborative album. And there are a couple of names that people might remember to play with you. Who are some of them?
Well, yeah, Bruce, our album dropped on February 2nd, Groundhog's Day, which happens to be my daughter Misty's birthday. So it was not easy to get the album done, navigating the ins and outs of Nashville. But the album Anthems is a tribute to Ronnie Van Zant, his band, and his music. And we have Dolly Parton, Sammy Hagar, Ronnie Dunn from Brooks and Dunn, Billy Ray Cyrus. We have, about 14 artists that are singing Skynyrd songs, and we put a new polish on them with modern recording techniques. I got the best drum sound I've ever had in my life, a fat drum sound. So sonically, the album sounds great. We're very proud to have Dolly, who is the #1 humanitarian in the world, and Dolly is singing Freebird.
That's awesome. You do feature some iconic songs. Besides Freebird, what are some of the others?
Well, Sammy Hagar sings Simple Man. Ronnie Dunn from Brooks and Dunn sings Sweet Home Alabama. And, we just lost Gary Rossington. He was the last founding member of Lynyrd Skynyrd. But against all odds, I was able to get Gary Rossington on the album on Freebird, playing his iconic slide solo with Dolly, kind of a duet. And Judy Van Zant, Ronnie's widow, allowed us to say honoring the music of Ronnie Van Zant, his band. So it was a lot of work, but it was worth it. And on October 20th, the 46th anniversary of the plane crash, we were actually on the Grand Ole Opry up in Nashville. We did 2 songs, and I just felt like we were representing for the band.
That is so exciting. What's it like to bring these songs back to life with these artists of today, like Freebird and Sweet Home Alabama?
Well, no band will ever play the songs better than, Ronnie and the original band. And I always like to mention Bob Burns because we lost him. He was the original drummer. Bob was amazing. He was actually in our band. But we just wanted to, nobody's going to play those songs better. Nobody's going to record those songs better. But with modern recording technology, we just kind of put a little shine on them and put them back in the public forum. And all of the guest artists, of course, put their best foot forward, singing for Ronnie, a fellow singer, songwriter, performer. Dolly Parton's performance of Freebird is amazing. When she played it for me, I cried like a baby. It was very emotional, and that's before we lost Gary. But getting Gary on there with Dolly was a huge undertaking, and we got it done. And I did come to Jacksonville with my band, Brad Durden, Scott Rains, Jerry Lida, and Dave Fowler, for Gary's service. And there was a lot of healing. Everybody loved Gary Rossington. There was a lot of love in the room. So I'm glad I attended.
Yeah, we won't get into the water under the bridge, but I'm glad there's been some healing. And hey, next time you come here with the Artimus Pyle Band, you're welcome to stop on by the studios, because I'd love to say hey again. Artimus Pyle, people, check out the album. You do have some information available on your website. Thanks for spending some time with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bruce.
And have a great day. I want to remind
too,
viewers here that our very own Tom Wills has done extensive reporting about Lynyrd Skynyrd and its impact on Southern rock. Tom first reported from the plane crash site in the days that followed in 1977, and he revisited it in 2019 to see a memorial erected in its place. You can read all about those special reports on news4jax.com. It's 8:48. We'll be back.